maximum power transfer theorem. So what is this maximum power transfer theorem? Same, if you have so here, let us say there is some circuit, some network you have, same big network you have, let us say some network you have, and there is a load, variable load. Variable load, not a normal load, it is a variable load. Okay. Now, if my aim is to send maximum power, so if my aim is to transfer maximum power from the network to the load, what must be my RL value? What
Total
must be?
internal resistance.
Yes, total internal resistance. What is total internal resistance?
That network resistance total.
Yes, very good. Yes, that is right. Yeah. So what must be the RL value is my question. First, initially, how you convert this? If you have this big network, how do you convert this network? Using superposition theorem or Thevenin's? So first we have to convert that into a small network. So we will use Thevenin's theorem and we will convert this network into equivalent Thevenin resistance and voltage. So you'll get VTH and R Thevenin, RTH, A and B. So like this you get. Now we will connect the same load resistance, variable load resistance across these terminals. Now, before finding what is the maximum power transferred to the load resistance, first we have to find what is the power equation. Yes or no? First we have to find what is the power equation you should get. Then in order to find what is the maximum power flowed, we have to do some calculations. So tell me what is the power transferred to the RL load, PL. Assume the resistance of load is RL. So we have kept constant at this point. Now, and tell me what is power, load power.
VTH by
VTH by
RTH plus RL whole square.
Yes, RTH plus RL whole square
to RL
into RL. That's it. Simple. PL is equal to I load square, IL square into RL. Right. So what is IL? So it is a simple circuit. That means only one current exists. That is IL is equal to VTH divided by total resistance plus RL. So this is how you get. So this is the load power. Now, if my aim is to find what is the maximum power, if my aim is to find what is the maximum power, how you have to do? What you have to do? Always, if you have some equation, let us say x square plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is the equation. Now, if you want to find what is the this is the quadratic equation, right? So if you want to find maximum points, max points, what you will do?
differentiate.
We will differentiate with respect to what?
D by
This is
dx.
yes, very good. Yes, this is f of x. The differentiation of f of x with respect to x and equating to 0, you will get max points. Yes or no? So whether it is min point or max point, that will be depending on double differentiation, but not now. Yeah, some points, min or maximum points will be getting from the differentiation. Yes or no? Now, in the same way, you got load power. This is VTH divided by RTH plus RL whole square into RL. Now what you have to do? The same way, if you want to get maximum load power, what you have to do is differentiation of this load power with respect to what? So what we are changing
Load
here?
resistance.
Load resistance. Here,
Load.
so at which load resistance maximum power is transferred to the load we are checking. So that means we have here the constraint or the variable we have to take is RL, and we have to equate it to 0. Now try to equate it to 0. Try to equate it to 0. Do the differentiation and try to equate it to 0. You see, you can write this as VTH square into RL divided by RTH plus RL whole square. Here RL is there in the numerator and in the denominator. So do you know how to differentiate P by Q dx? You know? So this P of X and Q of X, if you have like this, can you do it?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me what is the formula?
Q of X into d by dx of P of X minus P of X into d by dx of Q of X by Q of X whole square.
Yes, very good. Very good. So this is the basic differentiation. So if you have differentiation of P by Q, what you have to do? P and Q are the functions of X. So P is not a simple P. Okay. It is not an integer or like that. Okay. So it is a function of X. Then what we have to do is first Q of X into P dash of X. That means differentiation of P of X minus P of X into Q dash of X. So as you are having Q of X in the denominator, you have to say Q of X whole square. Yes? Yes or no? Now do this one. Just apply the same thing to dPL divided by dRL and tell me, and equate it to 0, and tell me what is the condition for RL to flow the maximum power into that RL. What is the condition you are getting? So if you equate it to 0, the denominator will become 0. Whatever that gets into the denominator, don't worry, because you are equating to 0.
RL square is equal to RT square.
It is right, Gideon. Who is that? Answered?
Shishidhar.
Shashidhar, sorry. I always confuse you to some other. Okay. Shashidhar, good, very good. The condition for maximum power that has to transfer to RL is RL must be equal to R Thevenin. So are you getting that? If you are getting that, then you are right. Okay, so I'm not going more time. Yes. So here Q of X. What is that Q of X? Q of X is nothing but RTH. Now I will write first. So this PL is equal to VTH square into RL divided by RTH plus RL square. Yes. Now this is P by Q and this is P of X and this is R of X. Numerator part is P of X. Yes. So if you differentiate, what you get, Q of X, just keep Q of X, that is RTH plus RL square. What is differentiation of P of X? Differentiation of VTH square into RL differentiation with respect to RL. That means this is constant anyway. So you will get VTH square. Yes or no? You'll get VTH square. Now minus, what is P of X? P of X is again VTH square. VTH square into RL. So now Q dash of X, what you get? 2 into RTH plus RL. Yes. Divided by Q of X whole square. Whatever the Q of X in the bottom, don't think about it. And anyway, we are equating it to 0. So this will come to the right side. Nothing will, there won't be any considerable change. So now only numerator is there and you have minus. If you bring that minus to the right side, what it becomes? So RTH square, RTH plus RL whole square into VTH square is equal to VTH square into RL into 2 RTH plus RL. So this is what we get. Here we have RTH plus RL square, RTH plus RL, this will get cancelled. Okay, and VTH square, this will get cancelled. So what you get? 2RL is equal to RTH. That means RL is equal to RTH you get. So this is what the condition for maximum power that has to be transferred from the network to the load. From the network to the load. Okay. The load resistance, the variable load resistance must be equal to R Thevenin in order to see a maximum power is transferred to the load. Understood or not? So what is the condition we got? If you have a big circuit and there is a resistor, now let us say there is a linear two terminal network, let us say network 1 is there. This network consisting of many resistors, voltage source and current source. Like this you have. It is a big network, right? And let us say there is one more big network, this side, network 2. Network 2. Now in the middle, there is one resistor, let us say R1. So if I previously what I asked, so if you want to find the response in that resistor, let us say that can be a current through that resistor or voltage across that resistor, what we have to do? First we have to remove that network and across the open circuit terminals we have to find resistance and we have to find voltage so that we can convert the remaining network, I mean big circuit, into a single voltage source in combination with resistor RTH, this is VTH. Okay, like this we can convert. Sorry sir. Okay, like this we generally convert. right? Okay. Like this we generally convert. Okay, so first we usually convert that big network into a small network for finding a response in that resistor. Let us say it is a current through that resistor or voltage across that resistor. If you want to find, you have to first convert into a simple network, then it is very easy to convert. It is very easy to find the response. Now the thing is, this is Thevenin's theorem. We learned it before, that is Thevenin's theorem. Now, what is my aim is, so I will not keep the give the resistor. Okay, I don't give the resistor value. Okay, I will keep it as variable resistor. I'll keep it as variable resistor. We don't know what is the value of resistor, right? We don't know what is the value of resistor. We have to find the resistor value. For what condition? So we have to find the resistor value for maximum power transferred transferred to the resistor, whatever the resistor we are talking about, that resistor. In order to transfer maximum power from the circuit to that resistor, what must be the value of that resistor? Is that question, right? So I think you understood what is the question. What is the question? Question is, previously we know what is the resistance value, but if I am asked to find what is the current or what is the voltage across that resistor, what we will do, first we will remove that resistor and we will convert the whole big network into Thevenin equivalent of VTH and RTH, and then we will again reconnect the resistance and we will find current, voltage. So this is one thing we know. But now what I am doing is, in order to transfer maximum power from the big network to resistor, what must be the resistance value is the point. Okay, so we have derived that. In order to transfer, let us say we have converted this big network into this small network. So if we have converted into from that big network to small network like this, and we don't know what is the resistance value for which maximum power is being transferred to that resistance. So this is RL. Okay, this is R Thevenin, the converted R Thevenin, and this is V Thevenin. These are terminals A and B. Now, so in order to transfer maximum power to that resistance load, what must be the resistance value? What is the condition we got? RL is equal to
R Thevenin.
R Thevenin, that's it. So this is the condition we got. That means, so what is the changing? So here, you know, X is equal to 2 for this equation, let us say. What is the variable? X or 2?
X.
Obviously, X is equal to 2. Always you remember. So as you are a first year student, I am telling. Always you remember, always to the left side. Left side, it is variable quantity. Left side is variable quantity. Variable quantity. And right side, it is constant value or constant quantity. So here X is equal to 2, X is variable and 2 is constant, yes or no? So here also RL is variable. RL is variable and RTH is constant. RTH already we have found. RTH won't be changing. So whatever the thing that is varying, so we have to So it is changing. That means we have to move, make that resistance to RTH so that maximum power transferred to that RL. So this is the thing. Now we got the condition RL is equal to RTH. At this condition, the maximum power is being transferred to that load, right? Now, what is the maximum power? So power equation, what you got? What is the power equation? Power equation is nothing but load power. I want the load power. PL is equal to IL square into RL. What is IL?
VTH by RTH plus RL.
Yes, VTH divided by RTH plus RL. This is whole square into RL. This is what? Load power. So this is power equation, but we don't know what is the maximum power. So in order to find maximum power, P maximum of load, we have to substitute here RL is equal to RTH. So previously, so this RL is there, two variables are there, resistance RTH and RL is there. Now what we will do is, actually we have found out what is the condition for maximum power transfer. So that we will substitute in that equation. RL we got RTH. You should not substitute RTH. In place of RTH, you should not substitute RL. But in place of RL only, you have to substitute RTH. Okay. Be careful. RTH is already there. RL we don't know. So that's why we have to substitute RTH in place of RL. Okay. So try to substitute and tell me what is the maximum power. Tell me what is the maximum power. What you are substituting? RL is equal to RTH or RTH is equal to RL?
RL equals to RL.
Okay, then do it faster. You won't get value, you will get equation only. Tell me the equation.
VTH square.
Yeah, VTH square.
By 4 RTH.
That's it. VTH square divided by 4 RTH is the maximum power that is transferred to the load. So that is the possible maximum power that is transferred to the load. So more than that, you cannot transfer. Whatever the resistance you keep in that RL place, so more than this value, RTH divided by 4 RTH, VTH square divided by 4 RTH, more than this value, you cannot transfer. So if you take a graph of power versus load power versus RL. So actually load power versus RL is this equation. So if you plot this equation, you will get somewhere like this. Okay. So it will reach and again, it will go like this. So like this, you might get. Okay. That means at what point you are getting maximum? At RL is equal to, so RL is a variable. RL is equal to RTH. You are getting maximum power. And this point is called P maximum. So all the other resistances, it can be, the RL can be more than RTH. RL, if you are making RL is greater than RTH, again the maximum, the power will be reducing. Okay, so it will be less than the maximum power only, right? So if you make RL is less than RTH, then also the power will be reducing only. So only at this point you will have maximum power. Rest places it will be less than P maximum only, right? Now, so now what is the maximum power you got? P maximum. This is the important equation, guys. P maximum at RL is equal to RTH is equal to what? VTH square divided by 4 RTH. So that's it. So this is the important formula, guys. Important formula. Just remember. No. Next question is, so what is the efficiency? Efficiency, what, how do you say what is the efficiency means? Efficiency means output efficiency. If I am asked efficiency, you know what is the efficiency? Okay, as you are a first year people, I don't expect you to know whether you know or not. If you don't know, no problem. Even if you know, I am going to tell. Efficiency is equal to output divided by input. That's it. Simple. Output divided by input. If you want a power efficiency, this will be load efficiency. If you want to get efficiency of the load power. 1 second. I'll be telling you exact value, exact name of that. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So here efficiency means why you are always going out and coming. Is there a problem with the internet, or is it from my side? I think from my side it is good only. Okay, efficiency defined as output divided by input. Okay, if you want to find the power efficiency of the load, power efficiency or load efficiency, of the load. So what we have to do is load power divided by total power. So actually the load and load is the resistor. So you can say load power dissipated or absorbed. You can say load power absorbed or specifically if it is a resistor, you can say load power dissipated divided by total power delivered. So what is the total power delivered? If you have a voltage source, so if you know what is the current flowing through the voltage source, you will get what is the total power. I'm not saying total power in the circuit, just I'm saying what is the total power delivered. Okay, so total power absorbed is equal to total power delivered, right? So I'm not telling here this is not a total power in the circuit. I'm just telling it is the total power delivered. Now, if that is the case, what is the total power? So here, so you know what is efficiency? Power efficiency of the load is equal to load power absorbed or dissipated divided by total power delivered. That's it, right? Or you can also say power delivered to that load, divided by total power delivered. So terminology is your wish, no problem. But you have to understand what is that numerator, what is that denominator. Now, yeah, power efficiency of the load. Now, yeah. What is total power delivered? I think you know what is now, not required to discuss what is power delivered. Tell me. How to say what is the total power delivered in this circuit? No, not in this circuit, delivered by the source. Tell me. Okay. So we can take, either we can take directly VTH into the current flowing through that VTH. Current will be VTH divided by RTH plus RL. So you can take that one also, or you can also take power dissipated in RTH plus power dissipated in RL. So this is the total power delivered. Yes or no? Total power delivered is equal to total power absorbed. Yes or no? You can either go from voltage source. So if you know voltage source, voltage anyway, you know, if you find what is the current, then you will get total power delivered, or you can find what is the power dissipated in the resistor and what is the power dissipated in RL in case of maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, in case a maximum power is being transferred to RL. So in that case, what is the power dissipated in RTH? Now, how to tell? The same current will be same. So this, the power in RTH will be I square into RTH. So what is I? I is equal to VTH. VTH divided by RTH plus RL. Okay, this is I. Now, so just to substitute it, I square RTH plus I square into RL. Okay, now just substitute it. So anyway, RL is equal to RTH because the maximum power is being delivered at that condition only. So you can also replace RL with RTH and tell me. So I square RL, previously what we got? It is V square, VTH square divided by 4 RTH, yes or no? Just replace what is current. Current is equal to VTH. So this becomes VTH square into RTH divided by RTH plus RL whole square. Yes or no? Current is equal to VTH divided by RTH plus RL. So if you square it, you will get RTH plus RL whole square. In the same way, here also VTH square into RL can be replaced with RTH. Again what you get? RTH plus RL whole square. So as the condition is maximum power, you can replace RL with RTH at every place. Just try to replace and tell me what you get. So here it will become VTH square into RTH plus 4 RTH plus VTH square into RTH plus 4 RTH. So this is what you get, RTH square. This is what you get. Finally, what you get? finally, so just try this. Finally, what you get is VTH divided by 2 RTH. Okay, so this is what you have to get. So if you are getting, just respond in the chat box. Why you are not responding, not understanding? So whether you are understanding or not, please respond. Okay, you are understanding. Shivshankar, Charita, yes sir, got it. Okay, cool, no problem. That means you people are listening carefully. Cool, yes. Okay, now you got it. VTH square divided by 2 RTH is what? It is the total power delivered to the two resistances, right? Now, the efficiency is only the load. We have to only take it load. So load efficiency is equal to what? Load efficiency is equal to output power divided by input power. So this output power can be called as load power. Load power, that means load means here it is RL. Okay, load power divided by total power. So what is the load power? PL maximum. So this is maximum load efficiency. So as we are finding maximum load efficiency, the condition will be RL is equal to RTH. We have to substitute. So maximum power efficiency. So this will be load power is equal to VTH square. Previously what we got? 4. As we are finding maximum load efficiency, this also becomes maximum. So this becomes VTH square
4 RTH.
by 4 RTH divided by VTH square divided by 2 RTH. Now tell me what you are getting.
0.5, sir.
0.5. Yes. Yeah.
1 by 2.
Yeah, 1 by 2 or 0.5. Now, if you, this is load efficiency, but if you want to get percentage load efficiency, what you have to do?
Into 100.
Into 100, that's it. 0.5 into 100 gives percentage load efficiency, that is 50%. So this is understood. So just write a comment, note. So the efficiency of maximum power transfer theorem, the load efficiency of maximum power transfer theorem is at most 50%. Here I did not use a term maximum, but in that sentence I have indirectly mentioned it is maximum. If I say it is at most, that means so more than this the efficiency cannot move. Okay, like that. So the efficiency of maximum power transfer theorem is at most 50%. This is the note, you got it. Now let's go with some problems. I think you have 2 more cases you will be having, but that we have not discussed about reactance and the S-domain representation of reactance. So it is better we not go into second and third cases. So for till now, Okay. Okay. You only remember the first case. Second and third cases will be discussed in the next year. That means in networks class, there is a possibility of discussion. So don't worry. Okay. Only first case we have discussed, and the questions will be based on first case only. So, but by the end of this class, I might tell you. Clear? So I think now you know all the theory related to maximum power transfer theorem. Now what we will do is we will do some problems, question. Okay. Okay. So let's go for a easy problem or a difficult, little bit logical problem. You want a logic or easy? There is no requirement of easy because already we have discussed the Thevenin's theorem. So not required easy. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So just write down, determine the load resistance RL. Determine the load resistance RL. Determine the load resistance RL in order to transfer maximum power to that load. Is first question. Determine the load resistance RL in order to transfer maximum power to the load. Okay, this is first question. Second question. Determine maximum power. P max. P max to at the load. Okay. Next. Okay, first you do this one. I will, after doing this one, I will tell you one more logical question. So these logical questions will be, most probably you'll be expecting in competitive exams. Okay. So all the logical questions will be expecting in competitive exams. Okay. So first answer you got it. Shashidhar. Good. I think it is. Yeah, it is right. Have you got 8 by 3? What is that 8 by 3? In order to find determine RL, first we have to find the Thevenin equivalent, the big circuit. First you remove that RL and find the Thevenin equivalent. RTH you find. If you find RTH, then RL is equal to RTH. Simple. How come you get 8 by 3, man? So that's why I'm telling you this Thevenin calculation, or not Thevenin, the equivalent resistance calculation, you are very, very poor. Always you are doing mistakes. Okay. Yeah, maybe. So VTH you got? Shivashankar, you're talking about 8 by 3 means VTH, huh? Okay. Now first, what we have to do? First, initially, in order to determine RL, it is easy. But finding P maximum is little bit difficult. Why it is difficult? Because we have to find V Thevenin also. So what is P max at the load? V Thevenin square divided by 4 into R Thevenin, the P maximum. R Thevenin we will get. How we get R Thevenin? Just remove this first. The load resistance we want. So first we have to load resistance at maximum in order to transfer maximum power to the load. RL must be RTH, and look these and look through these terminals A and B. So look through these terminals A and B. So if you get what you get, RAB you get. You'll get RAB. Just look at. So in order, while finding resistance RAB, first what we have to do is you have to short circuit all the voltage sources that are there. So it can be negative, positive, positive, negative, doesn't mind. You will short circuit all the sources, right? So once you short circuit, let us say you are short circuiting these two sources. So you can see this 5 ohms is connected in parallel with 20 ohms, and RTH, RAB will become first. So in order to find equivalent resistance, we have to come from the back. That is 5 parallel to 20 plus 8. So is what? Is the RAB. So I think you will get this 5 into 20, what you get, right? Divided by 25. 5 are 4 are. So you will get 4 plus 8, that is 12 ohms. RAB is 12 ohms. Now try to find what is VTH. You got RAB, that means this is RTH. This is nothing but RTH. So now once you got RTH, so RL is equal to RTH in order to transfer maximum power to the load. So you got the first question. The second question, in order to find the second question's answer, we have to find VTH first. How to find VTH? The same thing you do, just remove that, already removed. So you just try to find what is the voltage across AB terminals. So here, So what is the voltage sources? Tell me. So one is negative positive and positive negative. Negative positive 20, positive negative 12. Negative. Okay. Okay, so this is 20 and this is 12 volt, right? And this is again 20, this is 5 and this is 8. 8, antena?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. Now try to find what is the voltage. In order to find voltage, first you have to define polarities, positive, negative. You have to find VAB. So how to find? Always define polarities, go from positive to negative, you'll get VAB. So if you are going from positive to negative, first what you are encountering, 8 ohm resistor is there. But the thing is, this is an open circuit. So if it is an open circuit, will there be any current flowing through 8 ohm?
No, sir.
There won't be any current. So you can treat it as a short circuit. Yes or no? So you can treat this one as a short circuit and the voltage across this one is 0. But even though there is no current flowing through this voltage, the voltage value you have to take. You should be very careful with the voltage value. Not required to take voltage across the resistance because there won't be any resistance. There won't be any voltage across the resistance. But in case of voltage source, even though there is no current, you have to take voltage. Okay. Right. So negative and positive. And you have to take what is the voltage across the 20 ohms. So definitely this voltage is not this 12 volt voltage. Of course it is there. It is not impacting this loop current. So this won't be impacting this loop current because it is in the open circuit. So it won't be impacting anything. So if you see any closed circuit and there is a relationship between first circuit and second circuit, then there might be some current dependent. But the current flowing through this loop is not impacted by this voltage source. So first you find the current flowing through this loop. So you can also remove this one also, this 12 volt. While finding the current, you can remove this one also, right? So try to find the current. First, we will write the equation for VAB. So let us say the current in this branch is I20. Okay. Now first we will write the equation. So what is all the things we required, we come to know, and then we will find. Okay. VAB, first we are going from positive to negative. This is the path you are going. First, what you are encountering? Negative or positive?
Negative.
First you see negative, and what is the magnitude? Magnitude. Magnitude.
12.
Yes, it is 12. Why you are not telling other students? Okay, so here the polarity is negative and magnitude is 12. And next what you are getting? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Next also you are getting positive. And what is the voltage? It will be 20 into
20.
I20. So in order to find this VAB, what is that we want? I20 current we require, right? Now, so it is little looking, this circuit is looking little bit complex because there is a voltage source at some node. But this voltage source won't impact the first loop because it is not closed loop. It is not closed loop and it won't impact. Okay. So you can directly remove all those things and just take a simple circuit and find. Just take a simple circuit and find what is the current flowing. This is 5 and this is This is assumed it is a simple circuit. Now what will be the current flowing? Now you can say easy. Loop current, what you are getting?
4/5, sir.
Yeah, 4/5 you get. That means 20 divided by 25, that will be 4/5. This is loop current. And what happens to the branch current? Same, because it is a simple loop. So you will get I20 will be loop current I, that is equal to 4/5. So you got the I20, just substitute it and tell me.
4
Just
volts, sir.
substitute. How much?
4.
Okay,
Four.
4.
Sir.
Minus 12 plus 20 into 4 divided by 5. 5 1s are 5, 4s are 4, 4, 16 and 4. This is 4 volt. So anybody got 4 volts answer previously?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Students who got the answer are really good. They are practicing well. So I want applause from you guys for the students who got the answer. Just applause in the chat box. Don't. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So I'm proud of you guys. Even you are better than the second year students now. I don't want to compare, but what I feel is that I'm taking to second year, and you people, I feel you are better than them. Because those people, I will tell you one example. I don't want to tell the section name, but so I asked, this is the voltage. This is the output voltage. For them, this is the question. Okay. So this is, let us say this is RD, some resistance. Okay. Current flowing is ID. Current flowing is ID. Now I asked what is the voltage V output. Just tell me what is V output. You have to be very careful with the direction.
Minus ID, RD.
It is minus ID RD, simple.
Answer.
Because what we know is it is default, by default you will get positive, negative, and it is ID RD. But what I asked is V output, these polarities I asked. So you have to go from positive to negative. So you will get V output is equal to minus ID RD. So this is the thing they don't know. So they are in that poor position. I cannot help, but I have to teach them. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So VTH you got. Now, if you got VTH, just try to find the maximum power.
1/3, sir.
Yes. So P maximum is equal to VTH square divided by 4 into RTH. This is what we get. This is 4 square divided by 4 into RTH is equal to 8 or 12. Okay. So this will be 4 into 4, 1/3 watts. Okay, 1/3 watts. That means 0.33, or you can say 330 milli, 333 milliwatt. You can say anything. Okay, this is P maximum. Now, so in order to actually maximum power transfer theorem questions are trickier, because you have to do two theorems. You have to apply two theorems. First, you have to apply Thevenin's theorem, and then you have to apply maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, so that's why it is trickier. So if you don't know Thevenin's, you will lose two theorems. If you don't know Thevenin's, you don't understand maximum power transfer theorem. Though theory, you can understand the theory, but you cannot do the problems. Okay, so this is VTH and RTH, and this RL RL is equal to RTH. Okay, and try to find what is third one is efficiency. Just check on the efficiency whether you are getting 50% or not. Efficiency, load efficiency. Just check. So you should not say 50% like that. You have to find the power dissipated in all those things. And first, if you get current, then it is easy. I square RTH plus I square RL divided by that. So anyway, the efficiency will be 50%. You need to check. Yeah. And so now, one logical point I will ask. So you have a circuit like this, man. You have a circuit like this. This is RL and this is RTH. Now, here I am not varying the load resistance, but I am varying the Thevenin resistance, let us say. So, or not Thevenins, I will take some other name for this one. I will take RS. This is VS. Now I am varying RS. Okay. Now here you should be very careful, guys. Okay. You should be very careful. Now, what is the value? So I am asking, what is the value of RS? What is the value of RS in order to transfer maximum power to the load RL? Now, previously what I asked what is the value of RL in order to transfer maximum power to that same RL. But now I am asking the variable quantity is RS, right? So what is the value of RS in order to transfer maximum power to RL? Just guess. Okay, I will give you options. A as RS is equal to RL. B as RS is equal to infinity. C as RS is equal to 0. D as RS is equal to 2RL. You have to respond in the chat box, your answer. It is clear, man. It is clear. The answer is, oh, sorry. Oh, it is already time up. I am not seeing whether it is time up. Please stay. We'll just clear your doubts regarding the assignment. Yeah. So here you see, RS is equal to 0. Just try to substitute. So in order to transfer maximum power to that load resistance RL, in order to give, see, you have 10 apples. You have 10 apples and 2 different persons you have, right? So in order to give maximum apples to one person, what must be the apples that has to be given to the other person? 0. That means 0. Okay, this apple example is not good. Okay, whatever. Now let us say this is RL. Maximum power you have to transfer to RL, not RS. Okay, so you have to transfer maximum, whatever the power that is delivered by the voltage source, the whole power you have to transfer to RL. So if you have to transfer the whole power to RL, there should not be any power in that resistor. If power in RS is 0, what happens to I square RS? It has to be also 0. So in these two, whether current will be 0 or RS will be 0. Current will always be there because it is a short circuit. Current won't be 0. So here RS will only be 0. Clear? So RS you can treat RS as 0. You have to make RS as 0 in order to transfer maximum power to the load. Okay.